Okay, I'm going to record how to do number 35 on page 499. And this is factoring out trinomials with a coefficient in front of your x squared term. And it's set equal to 0. So we're going to have to use the zero property. And the zero property just means that two numbers multiplied times each other to equal 0, one of them have to be 0. So what that means is at the end, we're going to set our answers equal to 0 and then solve. But I'll walk you step by step because there's been lots of questions about this. When we have a coefficient in front of your x squared, remember we multiply the a times c, so my coefficient in front of x squared times my c, which is 10. So I'll say 5 times 10 will get 50 over here. Then I need to list factors of 50 that add or subtract to give me 27. So factors of 50 are 25 and 2, 50 and 1, 5 and 10. I can look at that right away and say, okay, well, that won't equal 27. That won't equal 27. 25 and 2 equals our b, which is 27. So we're going to take that b and break it up. So instead of having 27x, and this is the part that people kept missing, instead of having 27x, we now have 25x and 2x. It's 25x plus 2x will give us 27x. You have to make sure you include that x. All you're doing is breaking this up into this monomial 27x into this binomial 25x plus 2x. And you keep everything else the same. So I'll keep 5, I'm going to try to move my camera, 5x squared plus 25x plus 2x plus 10 equals 0. And you say, oh wait, there's 4 terms, so I'm going to group. I'll group these guys, and I'll group these. Remember when you're grouping, you're pulling it out. You leave that plus sign in the center. So I'm going to pull out the common terms here of 5x. So I'll put out a 5x, which means I'm dividing each of those terms by 5x. All that's going to leave me with on this is x plus 5. Over here, I pull out a 2. That's a common factor of these two. 2, and I get x plus 5 equals 0. Now you see you have the parentheses that are the same here and here. So I write that down, x plus 5. We've already written x plus 5, and now we write down our other pieces, which are 5x plus 2. So right, 5x plus 2 all equals 0. Now for all of these two numbers, these two factors, x plus 5 and 5x plus 2 to equal 0, one of them have to be 0, right? The only way to equal 0 multiplication is to multiply by 0. So one of these have to be 0. So what you do is you set each of these equal to 0, and that's how you get your answer. One of those would be your solution. So I'm going to say x plus 5 equals 0, and 5x plus 2 equals 0. Over here I'm going to solve for x. X equals negative 5. Over here I'm going to solve for x. X will equal negative 2/5. So my solution set is negative 5, comma, negative 2/5. The part that people are missing is this right here. We're breaking this up. You've got to leave those x's. Factor out, group, factor out, set each of these equal to 0, and then solve.